I've never been offered a film in Hollywood or in England.
Supposedly, allegedly, Slumdog Millionaire you turned down.
Yes, Slumdog was there, now that you mention it. But I was doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on television, and I just felt in the story that was being told, the guy who was hosting was very mean. And the guys who were producing the show wanted me to do the film. I just found it, this guy's, I was cheating and being dishonest as the host. So I just found that it's very strange that I'm being a host and I'm cheating in the film. So I explained to Mr. Boyle that I wouldn't like to do it, please.
If you had to define the quintessential SRK film, what would it be?
I never wanted to be someone who's, like I say, peddling love or seller of dreams. I wanted to be an action guy with 8 packs and beat up people, be in a white vest, girl on my side with a glock in my hand, and speak in baritone and things like that. But I never got the opportunity. I don't know. When I started off, suddenly everybody started to think of me as someone who's, promising hope, giving hope, and spreading love. Like I spread my arms again and again.
Supposedly 2011 DiCaprio never happened. Supposedly, allegedly, Slumdog Millionaire you turned down, allegedly. Why hasn't the crossover taken place? I don't see why it should. You're a big enough name in your own genre, but why has crossover not taken place?
I've said this honestly, but nobody believes it, so I'm going to say it to you very, very honestly. Nobody's ever offered me any work. Crossover of substance. I may have had conversations with people. I know lots of lovely people from the West, from the English film industry, from the American film industry, but nobody's offered me any good work. I hear actors talk about, oh yes, I want to crossover, I want to take Indian cinema. I think I still have to learn how to be able to deliver to the audience that likes me. And, instead of spreading myself too thin. And then, yeah, of course, if you've not been offered a job, how do you take it? So really, I've never been offered a film in Hollywood or in England. Yes, Slumdog was there, now that you mention it. And I spent a lot of time with Mr. Boyle. He's very sweet. But I was doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on television.
Successfully
at that time. And I just felt in the story that was being told, the guy who was hosting was very mean. In the story that was being told, and I'm like, I'm here doing Slumdog Millionaire, and the guys who were producing the show wanted me to do the film. I just found it, this guy's, I was cheating and being dishonest as the host. So I just found that it's very strange that I'm being a host and I'm cheating in the film, so I explained to Mr. Boyle that I wouldn't like to do it, please. And they're way better actors than me, and I think Mr. Anil Kapoor did it, and he was fantastic as the host.
When the person's getting close to 1 million, or the top in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that moment, what do you feel?
Genuinely, when I was hosting it, I would hope they win it. I really, really hope they win it.
But I've done a quiz show myself, and there comes a point when you think, how close can I get to getting them to win it without...
Yeah.
Did you know what I mean?
I always did that, when I was, because there's so many people from different parts of the country, and I really want them to win, and you do try to be a little helpful.
But you can't.
You can't, because the producer keeps shouting in your ears, you've said enough, you can't talk about it. And unfortunately, the last 4 questions or the last 2 questions are extremely difficult, Suddenly they're thrown upon you, and you're like, oh my God, this person is not going to get the answer. And I feel really bad. And I try to think, I wish I had some hint, and I can't mislead the person by trying to give that hint, because I also mostly didn't know the answer.